I'd say grade 9, there was a new sport that came out, and it was known as snowboarding. And I was a late grower, like height wise, right? And weight. And so I was getting thrown around in hockey a little bit back then. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to get into the snowboarding, and I could see it in my dad's eyes, right? But he was fully supportive. He was like, okay, if that's what you want to do. So I actually did that for like 3 years.
So like, are we talking like single tip, like with the V in the back, or like what?
The original Burton. I had my first board was a barfoot freestyle, and by the freestyle, I think the back lip was about an inch.
Just enough so if you did end up sliding that way by accident,
you might not catch it. Right.
And was there no snowboard boots back then? Was it just you had like
my first pair was a pair of Sorels, and then I took
totally
ski boot liner. Put it in, gave you a little bit more.
So oversized Sorels with ski boot liners.
Yes,
that's what I thought.
That was deluxe.
Yeah.
Well, I remember. So when we were in Headley as kids, my dad ran a camp, and he did all kinds of wilderness skills stuff, and we'd have groups in, and we'd take them skiing at Apex. So I was like, 10 years old, and I would assist my dad. So we'd have these groups in of a dozen people, and then we'd go ski Apex, and I'd get to join him. And then in the evenings, we'd come down and we'd watch old Warren Miller ski films. And that was when snowboarding was starting to come out. And I remember so clearly these like goofy, super straight snowboards with a point, the V at the back, Sorel boots, and the long straps. Flapping around.
They had the safety straps, and my goodness, they were just.
And then I think our first board before actual snowboard was that yellow kind of snowboard thing with the string on the front. And we would hold on to that yellow thing, and we go down Hospital Hill in Headley, and we would just fly down there. And again, there's not edges on it, right? It was a plastic rounded thing. But I mean, you were doing the mono ski. Before that,
in that era when snowboarding was coming out, the other thing that I thought was the coolest was the mono ski, where it was like basically like the snowboard and the side by side ski boot bindings. I thought that was that was all it. That was awesome.
No helmets back then.
No, of course not.
No,
we're still here.
So with the oh man, life is hard. Get a helmet.